Everyone says Manhattan Beach is the ultimate walkable town. And yes, it is. But depending on where you live here, that few blocks might feel more like a workout. Let's get into it. Manhattan Beach. Picture perfect homes, an iconic pier, endless sunshine, surfers at sunrise, cyclists cruising the Strand, smoothies, lattes, ocean views. From the pier, you can see Malibu one way and Catalina Island the other way. Miles of sand, volleyball, beach runs, rooftop dinners that somehow turn into sunset photos. Downtown is polished but relaxed. Flip-flops and board shorts are completely acceptable. It feels like paradise. To me, at least, that's the postcard version. But walking down to the beach is easy. Walking home from Vaughn's on a Wednesday with groceries and a questionable knee, different story. Visiting Manhattan Beach and living here are two very different experiences. And where you live here makes a huge difference. So today we're doing the Manhattan Beach Walkability Stress Test. First, let's define walkable. In Manhattan Beach, walkable means three things. You can handle daily life without your car. The terrain doesn't punish your knees. And it's under about 15 minutes on foot, because 25 minutes uphill with groceries isn't walkable, it's cardio. And here's the truth. Manhattan Beach isn't flat, it's a slope.
No hills.
And walkability changes block by block. You'll see. Let's talk about the front row, the Strand. It's the most expensive real estate per square foot in the South Bay. It's incredible. It's also very busy. People walking, running, biking. Privacy is flexible. And if you live near downtown, you get downtown. Summer traffic, weekend crowds, parking chaos, noise. In the summer, parking isn't just a challenge, it's a competitive sport. But then again, that's the trade-off for living in the center of it all. If you want true Manhattan Beach walkability, the sand section wins. And within the sand section, some streets win harder than others. So the closer you are to the beach and downtown, the more walkable it gets and the more expensive it gets. That's not a coincidence. So if you're west of Sepulveda, good. West of Valley, better. West of Highland, bingo. Walkability goes off the charts, and so do the real estate prices. This is what people mean when they say walkable, and they actually mean livable, because you're just steps from Arthur J's, Slay Italian, El Sombrero, coffee, ice cream, dive bars, farmers markets, the beach, the pier. You barely need your car. Now, if you want the gold medal version of Manhattan Beach walkability, the flat walk street south of Manhattan Beach Boulevard, this is it. There's no cars in front. Garages are in the alleys, close to downtown, close to the beach, minimal hills. This is a 10 out of 10. In the flatter zones, one block takes about a minute. So even if you're at First Street, you're roughly a 10-minute walk to downtown. This is where walkable actually feels easy. Now let's talk about the serious hills. The hill section, where I am now. It gives you views. It also gives you a daily incline. So it might be 2 blocks to Vaughn's, but it's 2 blocks up. This is what I call the knees versus views trade-off. Great ocean views. Your knees will absolutely remind you where you live. If you're downsizing to avoid stairs inside your house, don't forget about the staircase outside your house also. Some parts of the western hill section down here can still easily walk to downtown, but the grocery test gets real fast. For some people, this isn't a walking neighborhood, it's an e-bike neighborhood. And around here, e-bikes aren't trendy, they're practical. Now, the tree section, family walkable, not really beach walkable. You get larger lots, more yard, more privacy, proximity to schools. You also get a 15 to 25-minute walk to the pier, which means you'll probably drive. There are some western edges of the tree section, just right here, closer to Ardmore, which is right here behind me, that keep you within range of downtown. But once you move further north and further east, daily beach life becomes a car decision. And let's not forget school traffic between 8 to 9 a.m. and 2 to 3 p.m. Your peaceful walk can turn into a game of Frogger with Range Rovers.
Hey, Jerry, remember Frogger?
So the question is, can you live here without using a car? Or without using a car very much? Here in the sand section? Yes, absolutely. If you're good with a few hills and closer neighbors, western hill section, maybe, with an e-bike. Tree section, mostly no. East Manhattan Beach, bring the keys. People move here thinking they'll walk to the beach every day. And most people drive more than they expected. Manhattan Beach is absolutely walkable, but it's not flat. And the closer you live to the beach and downtown, the easier daily life becomes. And if you want the most walkable version of Manhattan Beach, the sand section, especially the flatter walk streets, is where it's at. The trick isn't finding walkable, it's finding the version that still works 5, 10, 20 years from now. And if you're curious how Hermosa Beach's walkability stacks up to Manhattan, you're going to want to watch this one next.